Welcome to another episode of IT.
D.
I'm Joel.
And I'm Carla.
And here we are. This is season 5.
Yes.
And if you've been following us through this new season, you would know by now that this is 20 years in the making.
Yes.
We're just sharing our life story of 20 years of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
This is now episode 5. So episode 5, season 5, 20 years in the making.
Mm-hmm.
The last time you watched one of our videos, you saw that we left you in the cliffhanger.
Yes.
Where we wanted to talk about like what Carla said, because at this point we are already in May 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Technically just 3 months of going out.
I know.
And I had already made plans for May 27th of 2002 to propose to Carla.
Yeah.
My dad and I went out to buy a ring. He had to help me. My parents had to help me with buying a ring because I just, really couldn't afford it. I drove from North Carolina to come see her for the weekend, the long weekend
Mm-hmm.
of Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
And so here we are. We go to my aunt's house. That's where we had it.
Yep. It's like
And
a family barbecue, I believe.
Yeah, it was like a family barbecue. Did we share? Like, I think we did. So it was a barbecue. Carla she didn't have an idea, but she was feeling
I
something.
mean, his family always gathers.
Yeah.
We used to have a a tradition, I want
Yeah.
to say. And this was when Abuelita Ana was still alive.
Yeah.
When I met Joel, his family always had this tradition of always meeting, always gathering. The family would get together on a Sunday evening, on every holiday, and of course it was Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
He's in the military, so he comes and comes for the weekend, and his family is having a gathering. So I personally didn't think anything of it, because your family always gathers and has a barbecue. I think what kind of like, this is off, is that I saw my mom.
Oh yeah, that's
my
true.
mom was there.
I think she gave it away because we were just dating.
Yeah.
So you were like, why is my mom here?
Mom's here, yeah. That I was like, what's going on? What's really happening?
Yeah. So if you're wondering, obviously she said yes, because here we are 20 years after. But we have promised you that we would share the aftermath of that. In regards to how she was feeling, even after she said yes to me, keep in mind, we had only gone out for 3 months. And out of those 3 months, we, in person, we met probably 3 times. Because everything in between that was long distance.
Long distance letters and phone calls.
Yep, long distance. Letters and phone calls. And so,
so I
you
said yes. I said yes because we are here 20 years later,
Yeah.
right? But it was after I said yes, he proposed, his dad, pray for us. That was, it was such a different engagement. It was so family oriented. It wasn't just, it was, it was really nice plan, and the way he planned it, it was really family oriented, and that's how we are. We're family people. And so I said yes, obviously I have feelings for him. I loved him. But I shared with him years later that I began to have some doubts. I began to doubt myself. Oh my God, did I make a huge mistake?
This is right after saying, yes, I'll marry you. Oh, and by the way, we remember I didn't get on my knees for that one. Like, it was like I just professed my love to you.
You did, and your father prayed, and he talked about the ring and what the engagement ring. It was different. It was a different kind of engagement, but again, it was so unique to who we were and who we still are as a person. We're really family oriented, and the way he did it, I knew he planned it well. Even though for me it was like, oh my God, 3 months. That's so quick, so fast, so soon. But the way he initiated the plan of putting the family together, I know you did share with me, like, you spoke to your parents about it. Yeah. You spoke to my mom about it. Your mom. And you also spoke to Abuelita Ana.
I spoke to Abuelita Ana, who in our family, those who knew Abuelita Ana, she was my paternal grandma. She was my dad's mother. you could not get married with anyone unless Abuelita approved. And it wasn't about, it was just she wanted to make sure that it was, that we were getting engaged or getting serious with someone for the right reasons. And she has such a discernment too. Like she knew who was a good fit or not. And so, yeah, I had to talk to Abuelita to pretty much give me her blessings in moving forward with the engagement.
Yes.
Okay, so she says yes.
I said yes.
Immediately after she leaves, she has a conversation
you leave shortly hours after. Now he proposes to me, and it's beautiful. We only spent a few hours as an engaged couple.
I had to drive
together.
Right back down, 12 and a half hours back down to North Carolina.
He had to leave. He had to leave, and just a little bit of time. He actually had to be there in North Carolina that following morning.
I had to be back on Tuesday by 5 o'clock in the morning, so I definitely had to leave. No later than maybe 4 o'clock on that Monday.
I mean, we only spent short hours at the gathering before you had to take off. But then again, he leaves. I'm engaged. I have this ring in my finger.
I was not leaving without getting that ring on her finger.
And then doubts began to creep on me, and I started to question: why did I say yes? Is this something that I really want? Is it too fast, too soon? I loved him. I know I care for him deeply, but I didn't want to jeopardize the relationship that we were both having by moving so fast, right? And I think that was the biggest fear. Then again, from previous episodes and seasons, I was previously, married, and a failed marriage after a year, and I didn't want to make that mistake again of marrying someone and not having it to last. Like, I was determined that my next marriage relationship was not going to end in a divorce. I was adamant about that. I was a new believer, and I was so super, stuck on that. I was not going to fall in another relationship in marriage and end up in divorce. So I think those doubts came to creep in. So, a moment of truth. How did I get off this doubt? So, here comes my mom, if she's watching this. My mom never approved of my boyfriends. Never approved of the guys that I used to date, or, she just was, she had the eye and that gut feeling, kind of sort of like, yeah, this is not the person that I want for my daughter. So, knowing that my mom did not like none of my, people who I used to date, guys I used to date, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to go talk to my mom. And now, I did not know the conversation my now husband, at that time my fiance, had with my mom. So
it was pretty simple, to be honest with you.
I didn't know that.
I told her, hey, I love your daughter and I want to marry her and I care about her, but I also care about her daughter. So it was pretty simple.
Yeah, and I didn't know that, right? I came to find this stuff out years later when we started having conversations. So I said, I'm going to go to my mom. I'm going to tell my mom I'm in doubt. I'm questioning this. And I know, and I'm going to tell her to be honest with me. Just tell me right from the back, Mom, is this the guy I need to be married to? You think I'm making a mistake. And I know if my mom feels some type of way about Joelle, she's going to straight out tell me you're making a mistake or you're moving too fast. Something of what I wanted to hear.
Right. And so she felt that by going to her mom, she was like, oh, Mom is going to say, yeah, I feel the same way. And she thought that was going to be her way out.
Yeah. So I go to my mom. She has a hair salon and she's doing my hair, and I was like, Mom, I have to talk to you. I just need to know. I'm doubting getting married to Joelle. And she's like, do you love him? I said, I do love him, but I know love is not enough. And I said that I know love is not enough. Maybe this is just 3 months kind of butterflies in the stomach kind of thing, and this will fade away. And my mom, I still remember until today, 20 years later, she says to me, well, I believe in God. I believe that God has chosen Joelle to be your husband.
Not what you wanted to hear.
Not what I wanted to hear at all. And she...
Muchas gracias, Maria.
So when she said that to me, like, I really believe in my heart, and God has put Joel in your path, and I believe that he is your future husband. You know, I think, you know, he is the guy. And my mom did confess to me. I don't know if I share this with you.
This is a time for confessions. Let me just let you know that this is actually the first time I'm going to hear this.
Maybe
while
I don't know
we're
if I
live.
told you this. I don't know.
Here
but
we go.
My mom did share with me that she has been praying for a partner for me.
She had been
had been praying for a partner for me, and don't know why she said this, but she says that all I kept saying in my prayers, a Marine. Now, mind you, my mom has no idea of what military branches, you know, they are. You know, like, this is a woman that, you know, dedicated to herself to the Lord at that time. She was faithfully in church, and I don't even had no idea of military branches. But I know she kind of knew about Marines, because when I was in high school,
they try to recruit you.
I was being recruited, and I told my mom that that's something I wanted to do. So she kind of sort of knew.
She knew about Marines.
But she always prayed, and, you know, like, this Marine will come into my life, not knowing that. It was a Marine who came into my life, and I didn't know that. Then my mom shared that little piece to me about that has been her prayer.
That's the first time I hear that.
So
I didn't know that. Again, thank you, Maria. Gracias.
So, you know, but then I went to my mom, and my mom kind of said, "No, Carla, this is it. I believe this is it. But, you know, you have all the right to make the decision for the rest of you, right? At the end of the day, you know."
Yeah, she didn't put pressure on you. You just thought she was gonna save you from.
I thought she was gonna say,
not save you, but like,
this is
get a way out.
Yeah, this is moving too fast. Mm-hmm. Like, I just wanted to hear that, because that's how I was feeling.
I mean, technically, anyone who's hearing us and watching this video, it was 3 months in dating, and out of those 3 months, if we saw each other 3 times, was a lot. Mm-hmm. This is like, it's moving extremely fast, and this is not for us to say that, oh, go ahead, move fast if you're in that same situation. Mm-hmm. What we're saying is that every relationship is unique. Yes. And ours was, I guess, extremely unique. Yes. The fact that it's 3 months, I'm already asking for your hand, mm-hmm. or wanting to put a ring on it. Mm-hmm. And so, but then others that you guys have been together forever, and you have not popped the question, hello. So anyways, that's not even part of our conversation. No pressure. So we, you know.
So so past that, you know,
we started planning for our wedding.
I
was still in the Marines.
But we decided to do our wedding a year later.
We decided to do our wedding a year later.
We wanted to do our wedding day on the month that we met.
Yeah, in February.
February of the year 2003.
Yeah.
So you want to share?
Yeah. So
how we got married in October of 2020
of the same year, only a few months after we got engaged. Okay, so I was still in the Marines. I bought in August of 2002. My 4 years were up, and I could either re-enlist. Yes. By then, I told myself, if I pick up sergeant. Mm-hmm. The rank of sergeant, then we're gonna stay in. I'm gonna re-enlist.
And we talked about that.
Yeah, we had talked about
that we had.
But then I had accumulated enough vacation time that I didn't have to wait for my last day of the Marine Corps in August. I could actually just take a month of leave and then finish my last month of the Marine Corps at home if I wanted to. So that's what I chose. Yep. So I got out in July. She came down with my dad and my uncle Richard, to come pick me up from get me from North Carolina and bring me up.
Moving you back home.
Bring me back home, yeah. Because by then I didn't pick up sergeant, so I was like, you know what? This must be like a sign from God. Like if I don't pick up sergeant, I'm good. I'm okay if I get out of the Marines. So I did. I got out and came back up here, and then the next 4 years I would just be inactive. I would still be in the Marines, but it would be inactive. And as soon as I get back, this is a part that, you know, I know we're Christians and we should have never done this, but we did. I decided as I'm coming up from North Carolina up here on our ride up, I'm like, I want to move in with you.
Yeah, that was a big shocker to me.
And so we're like, oh my God, my dad, my family, her family, how they going to feel about it?
So this is not something that we plan for those who are listening to us.
No.
Like, this
and
was
I
not
don't advise people to do.
No, this was not part of our plan. We never discussed that he was going to come back in with us because we were engaged.
Yeah.
You know, we were believers and we wanted to do things right.
We did. But at that moment, I guess my flesh took over me, and I'm like, I'm just gonna move in with you. I know now that my mom was not too happy about that because this whole time, 4 years, I was in the Marines, and she was hoping that I would come back home, at least even for a year or a few months, but I didn't. I moved in with her. She was still living in East Hartford, and as soon as I get back, that as I'm looking for a job, I'm like, you know what? We should make this right. Because we felt horrible about living together and not really being married. And so we said, well, then we're going to have to move up the wedding.
Yep, and I said, how soon are we talking about?
And I said, October.
And I'm like, that's only 3 months. So we got engaged in 3 months, and now I have to plan a wedding.
In another 3 months. And we did. Our family came together. My grandma, you know, who has since, you know, passed away. She passed away in 2010. She made all the favors.
I know.
People donated. We didn't have a honeymoon.
No.
You know, people like donated a night at the Hilton Gardens in Windsor.
Your mom's coworker.
Yeah, it was. It was my mom's coworker. Like, everybody just pitched in, and we made it happen.
We did.
Well, everyone helped us make it happen.
We did. But, you know, I think we're in the next episode. Not everything.
Yeah, we're going to share the details about our wedding, the wedding day, what happened.
Not everything goes according to plan.
No, it does not. But our time is up, so you can follow us on?
We can follow us on TikTok.
Not we. They can follow us.
They can follow us on TikTok. We are also on YouTube, so please subscribe to our channel so you can catch up on our seasons and our episodes. And follow us also on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter.
On Twitter as well. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share the video with folks you believe that can benefit from at least our story.
Yes.
And so, you know, we remind folks that this is the I Take D ministry. Remember that love, you got to work hard at it. You can't just like sit back. It's a choice. It's definitely a choice. So please continue to work in your marriage and continue to work. Every day you wake up, you got to make a choice to love your spouse.
Yes.